Hey guys, welcome back to our podcast. My name is Kaffie.
And my name is Angel.
And today we will be talking about our experiences, living in Europe or in Greece specifically. And as you all know, I live in Greece. So I'm going to take a lead.
Actually, I have a question. I'll ask you, when you moved to Greece, did you think it would be how it was, living there actually?
No. Actually, when I moved to Greece, I had literally different expectations. I was really excited. And I had Greek friends before I moved to Greece because there are a lot of Greeks in Nigeria. So I had friends, I was friends with them. So it was really exciting for me to be here. And my stepdad is Greek.
Yeah.
So basically I have Greeks in my family also. But me moving here, I'm gonna go to school, I'm gonna go to college here. Because before I usually just come here for vacation and then just go back to Nigeria. But then I decided, you know what? Why not? Since my families are here, my brother is here, my sister is here, my mom is here. So sure, why not? I can go to school here. So I packed my bags. I was so excited. I was like, yes, let's go to Greece. But when I moved here, when I got here, it just hit me that it is so different. And because I usually come for vacation before, I didn't notice a lot of differences because, I wasn't here for long. I'm here for a month and I'm gone. But when I started living here, I started noticing how people, treat me because I'm my skin color. And don't get me wrong, Greek people are really nice. They are amazing. Yeah. And Greece is so beautiful. I love it here. I mean, I'm living here. But the experience for me was really different, like how people treated me just based on my color. And when I go places, for example, I will go in the store and the security guy would just follow me around like I was gonna steal something. And it's weird that they wouldn't do it to other people that are actually there, but you just keep following me. Yeah. And I was like, that kind of freaked me out because even though in Africa, I never had this experience, and I see a lot of white people going around and nobody harass them and nobody make them feel less. Even in Africa, I feel like they even respect if you're a white man or whatever, people respect you more and they treat you really nice. But I didn't have that same experience here. And that really made me feel
uncomfortable.
Yeah, feel uncomfortable and make me feel really sad. Because I had really high expectations for coming to this country based on the way my Greek friends in Nigeria, we were to each other. So I didn't realize that when I would come to Greece, the actual Greek people here would treat me really like shit,
Yeah.
But yeah.
So I can relate a lot to your story. But I want to ask you something because something really funny happened to me when I decided to move to Greece, because like you said, I would only come during the summer for vacation for a month or so growing up. So first off, when I made the decision to move to Greece, I was like, I'm gonna come to Greece, I'm gonna go to university, there's gonna be all these hot guys, like blah blah blah, like it's gonna be great, I'm gonna have the time of my life, it's gonna be so much fun, it's gonna be those expectations, I was dreaming. I got there and I was like, am I in the 80s or the 90s? Like, I don't
No, it's like, expectation, and then the reality just eat, and then you're like, wait, what is happening here? And I've met really, really nice Greek people, and I'm friends with, amazing. They're amazing. They're really nice. And I've even like had experiences going to my friend, Dimitri, he invited me to go to Crete, and I met his parents, and they were literally amazing. They made me feel like I am a part of their family. And I had never had that same experience with Greek, families. It's like either, one person in the family will accept you and the rest are like, looking at you one kind of way, like,
like who is this person? Yeah,
or they're like, like touching my hair, or, just weird stuff. And makes me really, really uncomfortable because, like, I don't see color. I see how people treat me. I don't care where you're from, what color, if you're brown, you're green, you're yellow. I react to the way you treat me. That's my response to everything. I don't see like the color. So it's different when you go somewhere and the people are, they subject you to your color, your race, and where you're from.
They have these like stereotypes and like prejudices that, because you're Black, you are a certain way, when it's like they don't even know you and they just met you. And they already have formed this opinion. And I think in Greece, when you think about it, because being a person of color, being Black is really, you're a minority. So how many people in Greece have actually met a Black person?
Right.
You may be the first Black person they're ever meeting in their whole entire life. And you hold all of those stereotypes, unfortunately, that they see on TV or that they read about or hear about. And it's very unfair.
That onto you. And even though that is not true, I also, was it in 2008 or 2009, I went to Kalamata. It was really beautiful. The people were amazing. But they thought I was an American. And they keep asking me, where I'm from, Kuklamu, Apopuise, they just, and I keep telling them they're in Nigeria. I keep telling them I'm from Nigeria, but I think they accepted me because they feel like I am American. And I was like, no, I'm proud of where I'm from. I am truly, born and raised in Nigeria. So I love my country. I would not say that I am an American just to make you feel better or for you to accept me, But I think I told them like 20 times that no, I'm not American. I am Nigeria. I keep saying Nigeria. Nobody like just listened to me. And I was like, that makes me feel like, so if I'm American, then you can accept me. But if I'm from Nigeria, then what, you will not accept me. Even though I had the most amazing time in Kalamata, but I feel like still they had that stereotype.
Expectation.
Exactly. So they feel like what Black people should be, it is an American. Any continent in Africa, any other country that you're from, we're not accepting that.
Do you feel, so I have a similar experience, but a little bit different. So I'm gonna ask your opinion here. One night, it had to be, again, maybe like 2008 or 9, similar time period. Me and my brother, we went to an R&B night at, I think it was at Akrotiri.
Uh-huh.
So we go, and there's a lot of Black people there, a lot of like, Greeks, a lot of biracial people, a lot of, and I remember there were these 2 biracial guys who came up to me and my brother, and they were like, "Oh, where are you from?" And then I was like, "Oh, I'm Greek and American, like Black." And then they kind of were like, "Okay, I don't want to like talk to you anymore."
What?
Yeah. It was kind of weird. And I was like, "Oh, okay, well, maybe people from Africa don't really see me as being Black because like I'm from the United States of America."
Wait, was it like being like just being sarcastic about it, or you just like meant it like, whoa, you're American, like, oh, I'm not gonna talk to you?
Just being like uninterested.
Wow.
Just being uninterested in general of like me,
No.
I feel like a Black person, but not from Africa.
Okay. Wow, that is a literal, that's a lot. It's like littering you just because of where you're from. It is
And I
really
was so excited, I was like, "Oh my gosh, there's, biracial, there's a biracial person, someone, who kind of looks like me and my brother." And then like I was just a little bit sad that they kind of were like, "Okay, well,"
right.
I think they were just expecting to hear like, "Oh, like from which African country am I from?"
Yeah.
But then because like I was like, "Oh, from, America, not from Africa," they kind of were like, "Oh, okay."
And what I would say also, it's the Greeks here, the African Greeks here that have never been to Africa, that they were born and raised here, even though they have my skin color, they literally think they're Greek because they speak Greeks, like, the Greeks.
Yeah.
Everything. Some of them don't even speak English.
Wow.
So
That's amazing.
yeah, it is amazing. And I really love that. And I respect them for that. But regardless of you being born and raised in a country, okay, technically you're from that country because
Yeah.
you don't even, you cannot, you can say that you can understand how it feels to live in Africa because you've never been there, right?
Yeah.
But I feel like they also treat us differently because I don't know if you get what I meant, like, even though they're Blacks, we're all Africans, but I feel like they take side, like, I'm born and raised here, so I'm thinking like I'm sort of Black white in a way. Maybe that is a thing, I don't know, but I've had experiences with Black Greeks here that they literally just look down on you.
Yeah.
And they judge you because you don't speak Greek. And they'll ask you like, "Oh, how long have you been here?" And they'll be like, "You don't speak Greek?"
Yeah.
And then I look at them like, "You can't even speak English. So
Yeah.
you're only born and raised here and you don't have any option. You're not exposed to any other languages. So this is what you're exposed to. And this is what your, native tone would be."
Yeah.
So you can't just stand there on your high horse and, judge me that, "Oh, why you don't speak Greek?" And they just kind of like, be like, "No, we're here." And then you're over there.
Yeah.
Like,
I think that stems from like insecurity of someone not being comfortable with who they are. And it can be really difficult, to be born into a country and then not feel like you fit in. And so people assimilate where they lose like their culture and their language just so that they can fit in. But
Mhm.
for me, I think it creates insecurities and people are not okay with who they are. But
Right.
I think it's really interesting and I'm really happy to see that things in Greece are changing. And I'm happy to see that there are now you see even Chinese people of Chinese descent who are born in
Agree.
Athens or born in Greece and they speak Greek fluently and maybe they speak Chinese fluently or another language.
Right.
Um, and they consider themselves Greek. Of course, there's a large Albanian population that
Right.
they consider themselves Greek. And I really think this is a really cool new, like I'm glad there's a lot of mixing of different cultures and ethnicities.
Right.
And
I feel like if you're born and you're raised here, because I feel like it's also difficult for the Greeks don't recognize that. Like in the United States, if you're born there, you're automatically an American citizen, right? Like here, you're not.
yeah,
If you don't have a parent that is actually Greek
yeah,
that would accept you or adopted you
yeah,
to have that Greek citizenship, you can't, even though you were born here.
yeah,
And I feel like it's just really that's how backward Greece is, even though we're improving, we're a little bit backwards in some ways, because all those kids that are born here, they shouldn't have to work so hard to say I am Greek citizen, because literally if you're not looking at them and just listening to them, you would think a Greek person is one talking.
of course, of
Yeah.
course. I have a couple thoughts that come to mind. It's like, first, this is why I'm so happy we have like Yannis Antetokounmpo and his family who have come to Greece, because they've changed the legislation around getting Greek citizenship.
Right.
And I think a couple of weeks ago, even his mom finally and his other brothers were granted Greek citizenship after so many years of,
Yes.
of living in Greece, which I think is really amazing. And I'm happy that it was him and his family, but it's also sad that it took so long for
To
this to
recognize,
happen.
yeah, that will make you think that if they don't have all these accomplishments that they have, if they're not recognized, will they still be under the rock? Will they still not have been accepted as they're Greek, because they literally are Greeks?
Yeah.
But they just don't have the papers to back it up that yes, this is where I am from, even though I'm a Nigerian that was born and raised here. I am also Greek.
Yeah.
And I feel like Greece really do have a long way to go. I mean, if my brother is like always repping Greeks, and I do understand because he's a half Greek, and so even though he's Nigerian also, so even if I say anything negative about Greece, he's like always like coming for me, like, no, this is not how it is, this is how it is. And I'm like,
Well, he also has a different perspective because he doesn't have the same barriers as you
as
and
me,
I, right? And even as you, because I have Greek citizenship, that's one less barrier. You're about to get Greek citizenship, that will be one less barrier for you.
right.
And so that, and also, I mean, Greece is a very like man's society and man's world. So your brother, of course, like he'll never be able to understand your perspective. Just like my brother, when we're in Greece, he can do no wrong. Like he's amazing, he's incredible, he's this, he's that. Like all the women want to date
Like
him.
literally gods, honestly. And
Yeah.
then we're here and we're like being treated differently. And then we're like, are we in the same movie right now? Because I don't understand.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah.
I was just gonna say, did you during the years of, because we both lived in Greece when it was very prominent, like the Golden Dawn political party, for me that was a very scary thing. And I heard stories of like, them pulling over buses or just hitting people in the center of Athens, chasing them. Like I knew someone who got chased through BLACA, and I think he was from the Middle East, and just other stories, hearing other like terrifying stories. How did you feel during those periods? Now the Golden Dawn, I think a year or two ago, they were like denounced their political party, and I think they were sentenced to jail in Greece. Which I felt so much better, of course, and happy that happened, but it was scary.
It was. I used to be really scared. And then there is like always strikes, and when I would be maybe in the bus or in the metro, I'm like always just scared. There was a time that I was coming from school, and we had to go through Monastiraki. I was literally scared for my life, because like it was just the way the things are, and then the way the people was fighting and stuff like that. I was just like, no, God, just please let me get home safely. Like it was really scary. But then again, I feel like for a couple of years now, Greece has been really peaceful. I haven't like had, I mean, I will go out till 3 a.m., 5 in the morning, and I still feel safe, and I wouldn't feel like, oh, someone will gun me down in the middle of the road or something like that. Even though their mentality are different also, I feel like I feel safer in Europe. I don't know. What do you feel? Do you feel safer in Europe in general?
I definitely feel safer in Europe just because of there's no guns in Europe.
Exactly.
And I think people are a little more like realistic. Here in the United States, I feel like we live in a world that's so hypocritical, but also that's kind of like a dream. And like there's a lot of unstable people here with guns, or just you don't know what is being planned, and it can be very uneasy for me. But yeah, I don't know. It's scary. I think it's just scary in general, and we always have to have our eyes, we always have to be looking behind us and stuff to make sure, because every day you hear something and that just causes like fear and stuff. But when you were talking, you made me we experienced a little bit of like racism together once recently when we were in Glifada. You remember, in that old lady, we were walking without masks on, and that old lady, like there were so many other Greek people, quote unquote Greek people, white Greek people, no masks, and we were walking with no mask, and she only started yelling at us.
Yes, and I'm like, lady, you better keep walking, because if your ass a woke, this is one thing they do. And before, being raised in Africa is really different, and like, and I'm not saying like I'm not still respectful. I am so respectful, and especially towards my elders. But sometimes they just try to just come for you for no reason. Like, you don't even know me, and you just literally being so rude, or going into a store, and like one time I went to a designer store, and they were looking at me like I was not able to afford what I was going to buy, and which is not true. Like, because I'm Black, that doesn't mean that I don't work for my money. I cannot afford things that I want to. But they feel like, no, for you to be Black, especially here in Greece, you should be a maid. You should be doing some kind of like a really dirty ass job. You should not be able to afford anything. You should be on the floor, mopping the floor. And I think the perspective should change. Because not all the Black people that are here, that they don't have a degree, they don't have a life, they can afford to be in this country, and we contribute a lot to the economy of this country. I pay taxes as any other Greek people here. and I'm entitled to everything that you're entitled to.
Exactly.
The only difference is you're white and I'm Black.
Exactly.
So
And
you're
there's Greek people who are extremely poor, and guess what? They can barely afford anything.
No, but for the fact that they have this white skin, that's a privilege for them.
Yeah.
You know,
I remember so that story when I had the woman on the bus yelling at me, and then she was like, "You're taking our jobs," and all that stuff. I was, whatever, I know that's not the case, but it's also like, if we're a hard worker and I'm going to work harder, I'm also Greek. If like, because I know that you're a super hard worker, and like, you know, nothing has been given to you, like you work hard. So it's kind of like, why should you be penalized for that?
Exactly. I mean, it's not my fault if you're lazy. It's not my fault that you don't want to go for what you want. But don't blame me if I come from my country and I am making it in your country and you're mad. Excuse you. Go get a job then. You go do exactly what I'm doing, and then nobody's gonna hold you against that. But the thing is, they're lazy. They don't want to do anything. They want to sit down. Some of them work for like a few months and then be like, oh, we're going to wait for the government to pay us 300 euros every month. Like, seriously?
A lot of Greek people have a big ego, so they don't want, or they're prideful. They don't want to ask for help or seem that they're struggling, and that sort of thing. So yeah, definitely, I feel that.
There is no shame in this game, especially when you're trying to make a living for yourself, when you're trying to make a name for yourself. You have to, you know, like people think that you have to just climb, you have to just be on top of the ladder. They don't know that everything you have to go step by step. You can't just go from the bottom and go to the top. Hey, you have to work all the way through. And I think the Greek people don't work and they judge you for your, you know, basically doing what they should be doing, and you're making it. And they're like, so what give you the right to have this in our country? You guys came and stole our jobs. Ma'am, I didn't steal your job.
Yeah.
Lazy to do your own job. And you know, they gave it to the best guy. So
exactly. So something else happened to me. Maybe this happened to you as well. But again, because I had only been to Greece during the summer, and I had never been there during other parts of the year, when I moved to Greece, I only brought summer clothes, no winter clothes.
Me too. Oh my God, literally, I was coming. I, you know, brought all my summer stuff because we don't have winter in Nigeria. So, excuse you. So I came with always, and then my stepdad came to get me at the airport, and bro, I was like just freezing. Right? and still I'm still not used to the weather. Like everybody knows, anybody that knows me knows that Kaffie is always screaming like, listen, I am from Africa, okay, so y'all need to check that window, because they just leave the window open during the winter and I have to wear a jacket inside. Bruh, no, don't do that. I am freezing here.
It gets cold there, and people don't think it gets cold in Greece, and it's like it gets freezing.
Oh, it is October now, and I already brought out my winter stuff because your girl is a cold. Yeah. I mean, I don't know how these people are going around with the, you know, booty shorts. I can't do that. I'm like, winter, yes, let's go. I brought my stuff out because it is cold, and it is only October. Wow. Wait till we get to December. Yeah. Y'all will see me in my, you know, in my winter attire and stuff.
No, it's cold. And there, at least like where my grandmother lives, there's no like central heating. It turns on at certain times, or you have to use like the the thing on the wall. I forget the inverter. It's called an
Oh,
inverter. So
mhm.
we have to use that, but there's no, like here in the States during the winter, it's central heating. So your house is warm all day long.
No, this is why, like, Fabio is a Canadian, right? And he's always saying, why is it like, because in Canada, it's always warm. We have like, center eating and stuff. I'm like, dude, you're not in Canada anymore. You're here, okay? It's like, even though it's cold outside, the inside is always warm. Here,
It's the inside's cold and the outside's cold.
yeah.
And you're
And
just freezing. It's miserable. And then you're like,
and this is at the time my allergy goes like up the roof because I'm like sneezing. And I'm wearing layers. It's not like I'm trying to be like fancy or fashionable and be like, ooh, I don't want to wear any clothes. I'm wearing layers and I'm still cold. So yeah, it can be cold too.
Wow. I'm shocked to hear though that it's cold in October, because usually it gets cold closer to like November or mid-October sometimes. I guess it depends on the year, but
Well, it is cold, but maybe it's just me. But I'm telling you,
it's cold. Yeah.
I'm telling you, it is a cold in here. But yeah, so that is our experiences here.
I do want to mention one more thing. So
Mhm.
recently I've seen near like my last year in college, I got really like more in tune with like my hair and doing like 2-strand twists, where before I really did not do anything with my hair. Like it's always been such a big struggle of mine, but
No,
I would always wear my afro. I would do 2-strand
yes, and
twists.
that was a one thing that kind of pulled me to you when I first met you. I know I still tell you that I love the way your hair, you did your hair the first time we met. I just love it, and I think we should go back to that color. You were just amazing. Your hair looks so great.
Thank you. Thank you. Even now, I mean, it's just in a bun, but I've been seeing now that, so my senior year of college, when people would ask me, okay, where are you from, or like, what are you? I would always say I'm Greek, Afro American. So
Okay,
I would say Ime Elino Afro Americanida. That's what I would always say.
right.
And then no one else, like I didn't see anyone else saying that. I didn't know obviously many Black people in Greece, but now because of Instagram and I'm able to have more exposure, I see that the term Afro Greek is something that people are using and are saying, and I'm seeing a lot more Greek people marry Black people, which is amazing.
Yeah, it used to be not so. And even though if you're married to a white Greek guy here, it's not a whole the family member will accept you. Not friends, and there will still be some people in your family looking at you sideways, like, and I'll be like, and I'm just go like up in their faces, and and then they just don't have choices. They just be like, okay, we just gotta accept you, but not all of them will accept you. Honestly, we're all families. They're still like, looking at you some kind of way.
It'll take some time.
After all these years,
like what is socially acceptable, but I do think that's changing, and it'll change slowly, but it's our duty, to go out and
change the world.
Yeah, and I don't want to put all that responsibility on us, but it's just something that we feel, right, that we're passionate about and we want to do, and I'm so excited about that.
Yeah, definitely. I'm like always a repping, Haas everywhere. Because if we're not gonna do it, then who's gonna do it? Who's gonna support us? Who's gonna, speak up for us? Because we're always pushed aside in every situation, in every room, and it is our job to go in the center of the room that, yes, I am here. You can
Exactly.
see me. You have to see me. Okay. I am not invisible. You have to see me. So that's why, sometimes people are like, ooh, these African people, they're so loud, blah, blah, blah. It's because you guys don't listen to us. You don't hear us. So
Yeah.
we have to be loud enough for us to shake the room so you can hear us loud and clear. So I'm sorry
Yes.
that I just did,
Yes.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, I have a couple of rapid questions for you. So are you ready?
I'm ready.
One of the best things about living in Europe is that you're so close to so many other countries. So what has been your favorite city that you've traveled to while living in Greece?
Okay, so first of all, I would say like I am grateful to be in Europe because literally you can go to any other European country if you can afford to. But the most amazing city that I have been to that made me feel welcome, that made me feel like I don't know, I've been to Portugal, Lisbon.
Wow.
I went there. That was like after a long time. I've been in Greece for like 7 years then. Um, and I haven't met a lot of a lot of Africans, but just that year, I just thought, you know what? I'm just gonna go like on a trip by myself. And I went to Portugal. Girl, it was amazing. I feel like I was in Africa. I feel like
Really?
I see everywhere people that looks like me, right from the airport. They're working at the airport.
Wow.
Like I even went to the bank. There is a Black person working at the bank, which I have never seen in Greece. I have never seen a Black person work at the bank before. Even
Never.
not even on the news, only Greek people,
Yeah.
does everything. So it's like amazing experience for me. I was so excited. Like I spent 7 days in Portugal and it was the most amazing time. Like I still remember it like it was yesterday.
Wow.
And
We gotta go.
yeah, we gotta go. Like literally, I went by myself. Can you imagine if we were together?
Yeah.
Oh my God, that was the most amazing. I feel like every African person should go to Portugal. And this is why I feel like this is why the Afro Nation, if you want to like go see the concert and stuff like that, they all always organize that in Portugal.
Wow.
So maybe we might go next year,
We
go
should
see
go.
one of the again, Afro Nation in Portugal.
In Portugal. I would love that. That's so cool.
That would be good. But yeah, Portugal was amazing. I love it. And definitely will go back.
Awesome. Which city has better food for you? Athens or Paris?
Ooh, girl. Okay. Nah, I mean, with Paris, I don't know, girl, nah. I feel like Athens for sure. If especially in Paris, if you're traveling on a budget, because we're like always on a budget, you just can live the life you want. You can eat what you want. If you're Paris is too expensive for me,
Yeah.
with like Kim K or all these super celebrities going there. They're showing us all of this amazingness, well, because they have the money to. But no, Paris was too expensive for me. But here in Greece, they have amazing food. I actually love Greek food, to be honest.
And
It is,
amazing cocktails too. Like the
yes,
cocktail game is incredible.
yes, definitely. Greece, honestly, I love the food. And the life here, it is not too expensive. Okay, you will still survive here on whatever you have. Okay, so yes, the food here is amazing. Honestly, I would not trade the food here. And we don't really eat so much junk food. We eat like, homemade
Yeah.
cooked food and good. What about you?
So
You like Greek food?
of course, I love Greek food. When I went to Paris, I didn't really like the food. I don't really like French cuisine. Like it's too bougie
Oh,
and fancy for me. Like I want to come to Greece. It's everything is like kind of farm to table. Like give me
right.
some fries and some margaritas and some
Everything. Everything. You would, you have fish, you have calamari, you have
yeah,
meat, you have shrimp.
salad.
Like everything is laid on the table, and at the end of the night you probably pay 40 euros and you're like, what, for all this
Yeah,
food?
it's
you know
delicious. Yeah.
Right. And the one thing that maybe it's not, maybe it's just like coincidence or something. When we went to Paris, and my friend Christina, we went to this fancy ass restaurant, and when the food came, we there was a freaking insect in our food. In her
What?
in our food, we ordered like pasta and stuff like that, and she had like insect in there, and I couldn't eat my food because I was scared because it came from the same kitchen.
Of course.
And then throughout the trip, we're just having Burger Kings and Chinese.
Yeah.
That's what we had throughout the
Yeah.
trip.
Yeah. I went to Starbucks when I was there. I was like, I'm going to Starbucks. And I also just went to like bakeries, wherever I could get like macaroons and
Yes, exactly. That's
other
what
pastries,
we
bread,
were doing.
croissants.
Yeah, the only place that we had a proper meal was at the when we went to Disney World. That's
Oh.
where we had like we went like to this pirate restaurant. It was really amazing. It was good, but yeah, but still, I would take Greek food for you know forever. I love Greek food.
Yeah.
All right.
And then my last question for you is I just want you to tell us about there's this huge rivalry between Greece and Turkey, of course.
Oh my goodness.
But I know Turkey is a country you really love, and I really love it as well.
I don't take sides. I really love Turkey.
Yeah,
I'm neutral. I'm neutral. Don't
yeah,
make me choose.
yeah, yeah. But what did you love best about visiting like Istanbul and your trip to Turkey?
Oh my God. So Istanbul is amazing. Guys, if you have not been to Istanbul, what you're waiting for? Like, literally. And the thing is, every time that I travel, if I'm going to Nigeria or when I'm coming back from Nigeria, I always have stopover in Istanbul. Okay. But I've never thought to go in. But even the airport itself, it is just massive and just amazing. Like I would stay there freaking for 4 hours, stop over 5 hours, and I'm like having the best time. But when I decided to go in Istanbul, girl, it was just amazing.
Yeah.
And I didn't know what to expect. I was thinking, oh my God, I was supposed to cover my hair because it is a Muslim country. And I was like, oh, I cannot wear my jeans. I was like literally just thinking about all sort of things, but it was fine. I mean, I went there, even though you need a visa. So yeah, I got my visa at the airport.
Yeah.
Fine. The people were amazing. No, and they have the best spa.
Wow.
And like after my first time visiting, I always go back just for the spa. Like literally, I just book a weekend and I'm like, I'm gonna go and I will have an amazing time. So yes, Istanbul is so amazing, and I'm not gonna pick sides. I know the Greeks and the
But the food is better in Greece than it is
yes,
in
always,
Istanbul.
always, 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 you know, the food in Greece is always amazing. I'm not even gonna lie, honestly, it is good. But the Turkish sweet, the one that has like this green stuff on it. I had it with an ice cream. I forgot what it is.
Ekmek kadayıfı, I think.
Yes, you have it with ice cream. Oh, that was amazing. Amazing.
Sounds good.
And I don't know why people look down on Turkish people, but girl, they are rich. Like
they're beautiful. They're beautiful. They're gorgeous.
Beautiful. Their culture is so rich. They're just amazing. And I'm like, why y'all eating on them again? Like, I don't get it, but I love it here. I don't care, you know. But yeah, definitely. That's our next trip, right? We're gonna
go. Oh my gosh, we have to go to Turkey.
Definitely. Okay. Oh, I went through your questions. You only had 3 for me, so
yes.
Hey.
10 out of 10, 3 out of 3.
3 out of 3. Yeah, we just, you know, making it short today. And yeah, this was fun. This was really fun.
So much fun.
Next time, when we'll be talking about Turkey, we will be inviting our Turkish friend. You know who I'm talking about?
No.
You know who I'm talking about?
No.
What's his name again?
Oh, Yeet. Yeah. Yeet.
Yeet will be in this conversation and it will just be amazing. Guys, he's the bomb. And I'm just putting out there, Dimitri, if you're listening, be ready to be our guest, because when I went to Crete, your families are just amazing. And I feel like I have a home now in Crete.
No.
You know, they're just the most amazing. And I love you, Dimitri. Okay. So this is a wrap, guys. This is a wrap. And just thank you for vibing with us and just listening to us and watching us. Guys, if you've not subscribed and follow us on all the platforms, what are you waiting for? Subscribe to our YouTube, follow us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Play. And also don't forget to follow our Instagram. Okay. I've been saying that we've been posting, you know, we promise, and we've been posting on our stories. Don't worry, we're gonna do better. We're gonna start posting like normal posts, but our stories be lit, okay? So thank you all, and we'll see you guys next week. And just, you know, until next week, stay full of love and light, and peace out.
Bye, love everyone. Y'all. Love you all. Thank you.
Bye.